Okay, so this is just what I've pulled out in the last couple weeks, here and there, just on the surface really. I haven't done too many big digs or anything like that. I mean, I dig around in the dirt a little bit, but nothing probably more than 2 or 3 inches. So this is, unless something is big and it's stuck and I can't get it out, but this is so far some of the stuff I found. There's lots of flint, lots of different tools, like what to me looks like scrapers, especially this one. And there's actually several. Just everything's kind of skewampish right now. But a lot of people think I'm kind of crazy, I think, when I tell them that I have come across all this stuff. Look how cool this one is. I like this one a lot because it's the shape that I see so many times, and then it comes to like a really nice point right here, just like a little hatchet wood. I'm going to show you some of my favorites as well. Okay, this one blew my mind. I just found this the other day, and I hadn't really been looking for the effigy stones, but every once in a while I'll pick up a stone and I feel like it's got a story. And so when I picked up this little stone, I don't know if you can see this well. Let me see if I have something to, I'll use my magnet. But if you look, you'll see what to me looks like a forehead and a nose and a chin, eyes. It's even been pecked out for a nice strong jawline. I thought that was really cool. Really cool. This might be a better view. I love that one. So now, all of the ones that have some of this kind of different texture on top, I feel like I really have to look at because I don't want to miss anything. So this is all of this, just this stuff that's everywhere. I do have some tiny little arrowheads somewhere that are just so adorable. I think I took them in the house, actually, because I want to make some jewelry out of them. But I'm just gonna kind of go slow so you can see some of the, oh, I love this color a lot. It's like a pink and cream. I'm finding bones and lots of crystals, shells. I believe I have found a couple pieces of petrified wood as well. This one has like some crystals in it too. Lots of charcoal. I'm trying to understand more about these stones and this kind of rock, like why it would be here. I thought this was really cool. This is like what to me looks like a little piece of a leather strap, and it does look really old. So I'm going to kind of zoom in on it so you can see the pattern that's on there. And I can't tell, it looks like it's some kind of ink because it's not on the back side. It's not on the back side, it's only on one side. And I dropped some. So that is interesting. This one, where did it go? This is really interesting because to me it looks like a tooth, but then it has this big honking thing, and then it has all this old other kind of some rock or something on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Anyways, that's interesting. I'm curious to find out more about this piece. Some people think it's glass. I don't know why glass would be all porous and rigid like that. But then it looks like glass when you look at it like this. But when you actually look at it, it doesn't feel like glass. So, and it's all not smooth. It's, unless you are looking at it from what would be on the inside. So I'm excited to find out about that. And I have found a couple that were actually polished. So there's this one and this one and this one. And what's interesting is when I find some of the really pretty ones, the more colorful ones, they're all together. I found it with this as well, and some of the bones, some of the crystals. One thing that I am curious about is also the pottery. Like, I'm pulling out the pieces, and this one I found, and it does have like some kind of design on it, which I thought that was super cool. And then this one I found, and it's really thick, and who knows, maybe it's a rock, because honestly I don't know what I'm doing. But then on this side it's like really smooth, but it feels like some sort of finish. It almost feels like there's bubbles in there, so who knows, maybe it's not, maybe it's modern, I don't know, but it's really, really interesting to me. I'm going to try and get a little bit better view of it. So it has that kind of a finish, really slick, kind of thick and layered, red. So I thought that was interesting. And then there's a really cool piece, and some of the pieces that are my favorite are literally like just the most random little, besides like that. Here's one of my all-time favorites. Okay, so here's, like, you can see there's lots of crystal. I believe this might be something called moss crystal. It's really cool. But this one, let me show you. This is the one crystal that is like a fossilized shell, yet it's a crystal. Now I am trying to think if, I was trying to look to see if maybe it at one time had some holes in it, where they might have strung it up and used it as jewelry, but it really is cool. Let me show you that you can kind of see that it's crystallized. That was bad. Okay, I'm looking for a piece. Oh, I love this. I know that this is like easy to get nowadays because everything's imported, but this is a peacock rock, and I just wonder, how did all this stuff get there? Where did they, if this is truly authentic, where did they travel, and what did they pass down generation to generation, find on their journeys? This looks like a really pretty kind of a topazy color. I love this green one. And where is, I have a really cool one that I set aside. I do not know what this is. This is white, and it's like, I literally licked it because I thought maybe it was salt, and it still might be salt, just with no flavor. But because it flakes, it's crumbly, and it's like powder. It's powder. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me come over here. I found one that I really love. this one right here is very cool. So to me, that is obviously engraved. I mean, I guess I can't say that because I am no expert, and I've joined a couple groups, and the first thing anyone says is natural, natural, natural. It's not worked, whatever. But this is so cool looking, and you can see it's got these grooves in this pattern here, and it goes all the way around. There's one on the back and the front, and it stands up like kind of like a guy or something, like a something. It goes all the way around. I think that one's really cool. And then, so then some of the things that I think might like be scrapers, there's a whole lot of different kinds, like things like this where it has a thicker edge and then a pointy edge, and it's super like slick and smooth on the sides, look like a good scraper. There's a lot of different ones of those in here, just different random things, all kinds of stones. But I want to show you what I consider to be the tools. Again, no expert, but come on, from what I've been looking at, these seem pretty legit. Okay, so you maybe already got a glimpse of some, but look at this. Look at this one here. So you can see. It's hard for me to see. Get through here, so I'm going to scoot back a little bit. So this one, that looks pretty normal from this side, but when you get like right here, you can clearly see that's been notched there. That's really obviously notched. And that is like a perfect clocker. I'm gonna whack you on the head, or whatever they did. This one seems really interesting to me and really well used. And one thing that I think is really strange, again, is that a lot of these have like some kind of markings on them, and I don't know if they were tools, if they were used to like know where they want to put their like leather strap or whatever they do. I have no idea. The thing that I don't like about a lot of the groups is they literally act like they were just so only made arrowheads or only did this, and because I found one that I think has a carving in it of a cat face, and it's in obsidian, and it is gorgeous. I'm still calling it my cat face rock, whether they say it's a fracture or not, because to me, why wouldn't they be artistic? This one's really interesting. So I don't know if this is like a tool or a effigy or whatever, but it's very cool looking. I know that there's lots of the ones that stand I find interesting. You can kind of see it has some lines here where it might have got notched out. Things like this. You can see the notches. This one I thought was really cool because it's more like that shape of that kind of axe. So they would have had to notch this out. And I haven't really looked too good, but again, I feel like a lot of them have some sort of scratches or carvings in them. even like a grinding stone. It looks old as the hills and as heavy as heck. Pretty cool. I think this one's really cool. Maybe it's all natural, I don't know. I have so many more, so many that feel like when you grab them, they literally, your fingers just fit into the tool. But a lot of people, those ones I feel like are harder to prove, and I'm not really trying to prove anything, but I just want to share. Another one of these ones. This one's really interesting to me. I don't know if they had maps. Like, first I thought, is this paint? Like, because I actually have some from that were next to the house that had paint on them, and it's not. It's in there, and that's been kind of chipped away. So, I have a lot to learn, but I just wanted to kind of share some of this really cool stuff with you guys. Again, I think a lot of these have the, I need to like study more, see what's going on with these, and make sure that they're not, because I feel like some of these have some possible figurines or faces in them. And it goes on and on and on and on.